Hello, you've been asked to report everything you ate or drank over the last 24 hours by using the online tool ASA24. Now what? In this video, we will report a meal together so that you can learn how the system works. Before we begin, let's start with some reminders. 1. It is important that you report everything that you had to eat or drink over this time. When ASA24 asks you to report a meal, you should report not only breakfast, lunch, and dinner foods, but also snacks, drinks including water, supplements, vitamins, etc. that you had throughout the day. 2. All questions in ASA24 require a response. 3. Please set aside 30 minutes to complete your recall. Your recall may take less or more time to complete depending on your dietary intake. 4. The research study you are participating in determines whether you can log in and out within a reporting period to edit your information. If so, you can find the Finish Later link on the upper right. Please contact the person who asked you to complete ASA24 for more information on exiting and resuming a session. I am asked to choose a language, English. Next, I come to the welcome screen that indicates the 24-hour period for the recall. For this video, I will report a single meal in the last 24 hours. It is important that I first report the meal, then provide more details about the meal a little later. Details include things like ingredients, additions, portion size, that's how much you ate, and preparation method. ASA24 provides a short tutorial before the recall. We will not view it together, but you can view it when you log in to complete your recall. I arrive at the ASA24 home screen. Please note these 3 buttons that offer additional help. The Help button accesses the Help Center. The yellow question mark button provides help for a specific ASA24 query. And the Home button takes you back to the home screen, where you can view all the foods, drinks, and supplements that you reported. If your question cannot be answered by these means, please contact the person who asked you to complete ASA24. I select Report a Meal to get started. A message pops up to remind me about the reporting order. 1. Report a meal or snack. 2. Find foods and drinks reported at each meal or snack. And 3. Add details about each food and drink reported. Don't forget to report any supplements that you took as well. I select OK to move to the next screen. For breakfast, I had a breakfast sandwich, a cup of coffee, and a vitamin. I select the drop-down and choose which meal I'm reporting, breakfast. I get to choose the time, 7:30. Location, home. I used my phone while eating, so I select that option. And I did not eat with anyone. Please note that the last 2 questions may or may not be included in your specific response. I select Find Foods and Drinks to move forward. I type breakfast sandwich in the search bar and select Search. 328 results pop up, and I have a few options at this point. I can filter the results on the left-hand side. I can scroll through the many options displayed. I can create a recipe for my sandwich, or I can choose I can't find what I'm looking for, all the way at the bottom. I am choosing to filter the results. I had eggs on my sandwich, so this narrows down my search to a much more manageable 16 results. My sandwich consisted of eggs and cheese on sourdough bread. The closest thing I can find is egg sandwich, so I select that. I know I can add more details like cheese later. I now see egg sandwich under what I ate and drank on the right-hand side. I need to add 2 more items to my meal, coffee and vitamin. I type in coffee, select search, and get 48 results. I had black coffee with a little bit of milk, so I choose the first option, knowing I can add milk later. Coffee joins egg sandwich on the right. I type in multivitamin. I choose the first option and can now select Finish with this meal. I select Next, and the system recognizes meal gaps in my day and gives me a chance to go back and report more meals. But I'm ready now to add more details to my food and drink, so I select Add Details. In the interest of time, I will only answer 3 questions about the egg sandwich. You will get a better idea about the type of questions asked once I get to the coffee details. I choose where I purchased the ingredients for the egg sandwich, the grocery store. I choose what kind of egg it was, scrambled. And were they whole eggs, egg whites, egg yolks, or an egg substitute? Whole eggs. I also add details for the coffee. Again, I purchased coffee beans from the grocery store. It was ground coffee, regular, and I used a mug from my house, the standard size, 8 fluid ounces. My coffee got cold, so I only ended up drinking 80% of it. I can report that I added milk here. Whole milk, 2 tablespoons. Finally, I can add details for the multivitamin. Was it formulated for children or seniors? No. I do know the brand name, 365. And I took 1 dose. When I come to the end of the details section, a message generates to make sure I don't have more foods, drinks, or supplements to add. I now reach a screen where I can review my meal. Each food and drink expands to show details. If I see a discrepancy, I can make changes. If not, I can select Next. Here, I can report frequently forgotten foods and drinks. Whoops, I forgot to report my half glass of water. I am taken back to the home screen where I can add water and then details about my water. It was just tap water, so I didn't purchase it from a store. So I choose Not Applicable. And the next screen asks what type of water it was, so here I can select Tap. I used a glass, 6 fluid ounces, and I drank half. Did I add anything to my water that I haven't already reported? No. After I've added all the details about my water, ASA24 gives me one last chance to report any foods, drinks, or supplements that I may have missed. But for the purpose of this example, I'm finished, so I will select No. Please note, after answering this question, you will not be able to return to ASA24 to change any of your selections. After this final question about usual intake, you're done. Thank you for viewing this video on adding foods, drinks, and supplements in ASA24. For questions, please contact the person who asked you to complete ASA24.